Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're reviewing another album. It's going to be Bad Vibrations, A Day to Remember. Now, you might be like, wow, that's a very random, strange album to pick, for a second episode of this. You would go for the classics, right? Why didn't you do the second Linkin Park album? Why didn't you do this or that? It's more classic albums. Why this random album that is considered not a very good album by this particular band? And that's because what I wanted to do was basically all of the albums I have physically, which is only about 10, right? That I acquired some way or another. I never bought them in shops. I always, got them from maybe thrift stores or since maybe some of them I have since I was a young man, young boy, whatever. But I thought I'll go through those first. There's easy picks. They're right here. I have them. In the last video where we reviewed the Linkin Park album, I said I have it physically, and then I forgot to show it. So obviously, you've probably seen this album either in person or in a shop. It's a beautiful disc, by the way. Love the color. Sadly, this is not the deluxe edition of the album, so it doesn't have My December. But it's still a fantastic album, as you saw in the last video. It was very nothing but praise, really, apart from that one song. Anyway, I you might be like, "What? You're all over the place," and I am. I'm a bit wired. I've been so busy, and I've been really wanting to get back into this and make a bunch of these videos because this is kind of exciting, jumping into albums I've never listened to or whatnot. So the reason we're doing Bad Vibrations today is because I do actually have a physical copy of it. Can't find it anywhere. Secondly, A Day to Remember is a band that I wasn't. It's not like my favorite band or anything like that. Nowhere near it. It never was. But it is a band that I saw live at one point, 2016, when this album came out, in a place called Oberhausen in Germany, in a like a factory that was remade into a concert hall. And I just remember that the acoustics were awful. It was terrible. It sounded awful, and my friends and me and Erica, we all, sadly, we didn't like it because the acoustics, it just sounded so bad. And it was, anyway, enough of that. So I went and saw them live, and it was this album, and I only really like. I have this entire album saved. This is an album that I've listened to before, but not in many years. Pretty much since it came out. And there's 4 songs I like of this album, 3 or 4 songs, but they're all near the end of the album. All these first couple songs I have never I've maybe listened to once. I do like some of their older stuff a lot more, but we'll check that out in due time. I can't find the actual album anywhere. My apologies. But also because this band, one of Sabi's favorites, he's always enjoyed this band. And I thought, considering I did the Linkin Park one for him and he really loved that, I thought, you know what, let me do another one. And then actually his mom actually, so formal, his mother, but his mom, she recommended an album for me to listen to. So that'll be what I'm doing next. I'll probably record this next album right after this one. So yes. Anyway, and then after those 2 videos are recorded, we'll go through the albums I have physically, and then we can start. Maybe if I have another request or whatever, we can kind of pick albums out of thin air from that point on. But I wanted to kind of make a start, get a few videos out there of albums I have here, and yeah. Anyway, so this is Bad Vibrations, the 6th album by Day to Remember, released September 2nd, 2016. Spawned 5 singles. Frontman Jeremy McKinnon said the record is called Bad Vibrations because that's what I was feeling at the time. Stuck in this weird high-stress mindset every day. I've never had a problem with pushing other people's expectations aside, but it became a real issue. We brought some great stuff to the table. Okay. And the cover, of course. I do like the wow, look at that. That's a lot of words. But this is I always like the cover, the covers that they've done, and I like this kind of like sketched look. Very nice. I really do like that. That's it's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a couple songs that I really like in this album. Most of them I probably won't. I'm not gonna be too. I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, just like I will with later albums we're doing, where I haven't listened to a single song. But I have listened to some of these before, and some of these quite regularly as well. So I will just be honest with how I'm feeling, and also, I'm different. I'm much very different person than I was, when this came out 8 years ago, or 9 years ago almost. And yeah, I'm a much different person, and so I won't be. There's a couple things about this, like all these kind of bands, from this time, A Day to Remember, and I feel the same way about a bunch of the other bands that were really cool when I was a teenager, and now they're kind of like, ooh, I don't know, I don't really like it. I don't think it holds up as well as some stuff from like the 80s and the 90s. So it is what it is, but I will listen to it with an open mind. I do have a soft spot for these kind of things, and yeah, I'm not too critical usually, but I will say if I don't like something. So it's already been 7 minutes, almost 7 minutes. Let's get into it with the first song of the album, called Bad Vibrations. Now let's read the blurb first. Day to Remember releases their title track to their 2016 release. When Paranoia was released, Jeremy McKinnon told Zaylan on Beats One Radio that they were not releasing an album, that they were simply casually making music, and that they decided to drop a random song as they are no longer bound to a record label. This was, of course, a lie, and Bad Vibrations was released. Okay, so they lied about it to drop the album, and I don't really remember that, because again, that was like 9 years ago. All right, let's play the first song. Let's go.
Don't forget that this is a choice. Pick your poison, live with remorse. Don't forget that this is a choice. Pick your poison, live with remorse.
Okay. I like the instrumental. Okay, I don't really remember that chorus, but that's actually good. I like that. That sounds good. Yeah, I all these kind of bands, that I find it hard, Bring Me the Horizon, Asking Alexandria. I have a lot to say about all these bands, and I've seen all those two live as well. But yeah, it is something. There is something to say about each of these things. That it's not the same. I think people change, not the music, but it's strange listening to this now, and I haven't listened to this in so long, and I'm my music taste is so different. Not to say I don't like this anymore at all. I do. It's just I'm such a different person than who I was almost a decade ago, of course.
Surrounds me, applying pressure within weighing me down. Saying it's a vision, it is so hard I slip the stutter my speech. You go kind of cold inside, dancing up thin ice. I can feel your bad vibrations all around me, all consuming, corrupting love that I live. This pain is a sickness, moving
You know, there's something to say about the kind of the that sort of like alternative, what's it called, metalcore. Like you kind of have like the you know the screamo vocals, and then you have the like sort of more sing-songy choruses, right? And I always like that because it's a, you know, it's a good balance. But it's I really like the sickly sweet, I suppose, if you want to say it, where kind of like Amity Affliction, right? They did their 2016 album, This Could Be Heartbreak, which was a bit too much of it. And usually I'm okay with it, but it's a bit too much of that sort of. Whereas the albums before that, they were probably my favorites because they had a good balance between the screaming and the singing, and I think that's what makes it good. When one is too dominant, you know, I don't really like bands that are just that don't have any range. You know, you want someone or you want a band that can, you know, they can play slower pieces, they can play faster pieces, they can play, you know, loud, soft, you know all the variables. Anyway,
Shadows I continue to shake. Who I am, I really give and take. This pain, it is a sickness moving over me, and I can't escape it. Casting shadows I continue to shake. Who I am, I really give and take.
you know, I actually like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. I got to be honest. That's not too bad. That's a good first that's a good first song. All right. Next up, the first single released from the album. First song released talks about a feeling of paranoia. It affects one's daily life. It disallows someone to trust someone else. It's all no album was in the works, and then yeah, he lied about it because this was the first single off of the new album. All right, Paranoia. Let's go. Song 2. Much more faster paced.
Expect the worst of everyone of me. Count the clock, 'cause I can't fucking sleep. Shoot the pain like a heart attack. I'm afraid I might not make it back. The doctor says I'm heading for destruction. Something's gonna give. I'm like a timer, ticking in your head. Paranoia, clouding your judgment. Ain't no
This is probably of the album the most famous chorus, I suppose. Like, I remember my friend playing this song a lot. Because we weren't in school at that point anymore. No, I was about to move to Australia when this came out. Yeah, but I remember. I'm thinking of the album before this, but while playing, we always used to. I had like PS4 set up, play FIFA for hours against each other, and have Spotify in the background and playing these albums. That was a good time. That was a great time. We did that many days, many times.
what you do about it, about it. I'm still in your head. It's got me scared of the unknown. Unknown numbers been blowing up my phone. I'm hearing footsteps outside of my house. I'm afraid someone's trying to take me out.
this very much has the same like kind of feeling to it as something like Paper Cut, which is about like schizophrenia, but this is paranoia. You know, it's it's not the same thing, but similar. And it's a typical fast flowing song. It's pretty good. I don't like. I think Bad Vibrations is better. So far, Bad Vibrations I prefer. But it's actually the only song that's explicit. Because he says fucking in the first verse. That's it. That's the only reason that's explicit. That's crazy. Because the rest, there's no other. Wow. It's crazy. Like, because I've been into rap music so much over the last like 8 years, 7 years, and you'd be hard pressed to find an album that doesn't have every single song be explicit, or one maybe in the entire album is not explicit. It's crazy. But here's just one mention, one word, one F-bomb, and that's it. That's it. So, next up, what do we got? Naivety. Next up, we have I always find it funny word, naivety. Right? It's like naivety, not naivety. Now I can't say it. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes going naivety. So, song number 3, naivety. Fuck, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go. I always like this song because I feel exactly like this. This is how I've always felt, especially after I moved to Australia, where I feel like I wish I could think about things like I'm a teenager again, being stupid and doing stupid shit. But I've also never really been like that. I've always been kind of like an old man, an old soul, they say, because that's what it feels like. I've always thought, oh, I can't do that, because that will go wrong. I've been pretty realistic about stuff, but I wish I could be more, as much of a dreamer as I was, 10 years ago. It's, I had, this is getting depressing. Never mind. Let's listen to the song.
Getting older, where's my naivety? Wonder what it's like to being sober. Where's my naivety? Looking back when we were younger, every mistake was a chance that we could take. Now I think I'm just getting colder. Where's my naivety? It got lost along the way. This is me, honestly, like I know.
Honestly, it just makes me sad, to be honest. Makes me sad. It's kind of depressing. Because I don't suffer with things like paranoia, So, but this definitely has been a problem for me for a long time. I wish I could be more naive, Very early 2000s kind of solo there. Yeah, I mean, you know, in terms of songs by Day to Remember, or in terms of this album, it's not considered a very good album. That in their sort of list, in their rankings, it's not considered one of their best by far. It's 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 not considered a very good album, but that doesn't mean there aren't some good songs. And I think so far they've been good. Not insanely so, but they've been alright. You know, nothing special, nothing standout. And again, like just like how I talk about movies in the other videos, I think I want to, you know, make it clear that when I talk about these songs and I talk about these albums, I talk about them in a way where I don't care what people consider them. I listen to them, I judge them individually, and if a certain song I really like the song. I have my Spotify up. That's how I'm playing the songs. I add it to my Spotify straight away, and you know that's how it is. I want to be honest about a certain song, about a certain album. I don't want to bullshit you. You know, oh this song's considered good, so I have to like it. You know, if we ever get into the real classic albums of classic bands, you know, I'm gonna be honest. You know, I'm gonna be honest. If there's a song I'd really dislike, I'm gonna say that. And even if there's a shit song that, or people think it's a shit song and I think it's great, I'm gonna say that too. You know. So anyway, with that out of the way, number 4, Exposed. Not a song I remember listening to, so let's go. Okay. I'm liking the intro. Oh god, it's a political song. Let's get the pitchforks, let's go. I don't remember this song at all. I don't remember listening to the song at all. It's good. It's not bad. I definitely don't remember this song at all. Tell you love to expose. Is this who you wanna be? Take what's been given. You have none. Get back and lie. You've all been warned. We was made when we was born. This famous quote from a 90s movie about the integrity of journalism. Jay Kelly played Christian Bale. We was beat when we was born. Strike with. I have no idea what the picture is so minuscule I can't read it. I have no idea what that means. But I'm sure that wasn't anything to do with what they're talking about. Definitely like the instrumentals a lot more. I think fuck. This one is probably my least favorite so far. This one is good. I don't know about the lyrics, but I like the like a shark that's coming the surface. We got a taste for blood. They'll believe what the best of heads tells you. No war, no peace. Yeah, this song was alright. It's not too bad. I don't know about the lyrics, you know, whatever. It's kind of whatever. It's not too. It's not like it's way too like. It's not like trying to make a point. Very like. What am I trying to say? It's not making a. You know, it's like. It's not taking a stand on something. It's just kind of. Fuck politicians, you know, which is fair enough, I suppose. Bullfight, which is I think the longest song on the album. Oh, it's Forgive and Forget, but that's a slow song. Slower. Bullfight. Alright. This is the third single. It speaks about depression in the song as darkness and adtr as the light that would guide you out. Okay. So they okay. So it's like a, you know, fairly standard, you know, we can help you.
What a waste. I see you now and then.
Alright.
But mostly we pretend we're not strangers and we're friends. Then we'll say what we need to say to try and get away from the tension we create. Why can't we say things we wish we would?
I always think that the I need to remember some of the Screamo songs are good, but I actually kind of like when they do the songs that are more calm, more chill. As you'll see, like on this album, they are probably my favorite songs. I just don't know if like his voice. There's certain songs that he does the scream really well. Like there's a song called Carophilia, I think it's called, on which is a Pia Seville song that he appears on, and I really like his screaming in that. There's some other songs as well, like of the older albums, but I just prefer it when they're a bit softer. I don't know, maybe it suits them better in my opinion.
Can't we laugh away the way we know we should? Fall into the weight of all the pressure that's misplaced. Flaws that I embrace. Everybody sees your head so low. You don't ask me to wanna know us. Love me to what? Won't be your spark. I'll be lighted through the darkness. Everybody sees your head so low. You don't ask me to wanna know us. Love me to what? Won't be your spark. I'll be lighted through the darkness.
Again, not bad, not bad. Is it my kind of thing? Probably not. Okay, so I like that. Because that, you can tell that's fucking sick in like a concert. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm alright with that. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Naivety is still my least favorite song so far. I think that's not bad. Reassemble is the next song. Reassemble. Let's have a look. Reassemble lyrics. Reassemble what? Let's have a look. This song focuses on the feelings of despair and constant feeling of hopelessness. The water is metaphorically despair, and he is drowning in it and being overwhelmed. He's so hopeless that he doesn't know it's even worth continuing or being reassembled. See A Day to Remember live. Get tickets as low as $85. I've seen them, and then I don't think it was that expensive, which is good because sad. I was really looking forward to it, and it wasn't even that far away from our house. But it was just the acoustics, man. It was so bad. It was just like an old factory. Sounded like shit. Anyway, reassemble. Let's go. All right. Okay. Yeah. Underrated. Bit of a sing-along song. This is a bit of a sing-along one. It's the outro. So you go soft. I'm curious. My God, it's so interesting when a band switches up their shit so much, like, and it sounds like that, and it's like, oh my God, they sound like Unheilig. Oh, that's a band we should listen to at some point. Oh, I thought that was good. Especially the instrumental, yeah. I like that. That's cool. See, that's sort of stuff I appreciate. That sort of stuff when it gets a bit more, down to earth. When it gets a bit more slow, quiet, instrumental pieces instead of just a constant, just like, I'm depressed, I'm addicted. It's like, okay, but bring it down. Bring it down. And I like when that's nice. I like that. That's good. Appreciate that. And that's why I think Linkin Park has always been such a good band, because they know that they need to bring it down. They can bring it down. And they do a really good job at it. And a lot of bands can't do it. So I've always thought Asking Alexandria I preferred it over, things like for example, A Day to Remember, because I think they have songs where they can bring it down. And even I also just prefer Danny's singing voice and his screaming voice, but I think that's why Linkin Park's so strong. They can do both, and this sounds great. This here. You need to have. It's nice when songs they wind down slowly. That you have the heavy emotional load, and then it slows down. That's good. That's nice. Now we do Justified. Justified. Now this is a song that I really quite like. It's quite a song that this is a song. This is the first song that I've listened to many times over in the last years. Not one of my favorites still. I think my favorites are between. Well, I'll tell you when we get there. But there's actually quite a bit about this. Okay. Justified is an angry and sarcastic song that bashes everyone who believes they're superior to their beliefs and won't accept other points of view. Jeremy's putting his anger towards those who never take any position and just stay in the middle to be safe, and their ignorance believing they are. The song could be seen from the perspective of a heretic living in a world of religious totalitarianism, from classical activity in modern times in some part of the world. Those who don't recognize the god of the state were frequently put into death by hanging, being burned alive, beheaded, or drinking of poison. The lowly ones represent the heretics, and the righteous ones represent the religious oligarchs. It's about judgmental people in general. So it's clearly about religion, but it's like he says, it's about judgmental people in general. People who judge each other because, well, I'm this religion, you're that religion, and not by the contents of their character, right? But I like the way this song starts off. It builds, quality. I like that. A song can come in strong. A song can come in strong and hit hard. But when it builds like this, I like that.
Burn me alive if you feel that's justified. Burn me alive if you feel that's justified. Burn me alive if you feel that's justified. I need more than faith to see you on the other side, the other side.
I think this is Sabi's favorite song. I think. Sorry, by the way. Sorry about the light on this side. I'll try to sit this way. Oh, I like this actually. I like what it says here. It says, if you can see, it says here, I believe in a life before death, that happiness and virtue coexist, and if you only believe to hedge the bet, you're gonna pay your debt. I like that. That's good. That's actually a very, because from what it reads, is it seems like it's an anti-religious song, but it's not. That's such an interesting. That's probably the best lyric that I've heard so far. If you only believe to hedge the bet, you're gonna. Oh shit! Sorry, you're gonna pay your debt. I like that. It shows that there's no point if you say you're a Christian, if you say you're a Muslim, if you say you're a Hindu or a Buddhist or whatever you are. There's no point in saying that if you're not gonna pull through, if you're not gonna exactly follow the rules, if you're not gonna do because what's the point? It's like everyone hates going to work. No one enjoys their job really. Everyone just would like to lie on the beach with a nice drink and just sleep, or just swim, or just relax, or read a book, eat some good food. No one wants to go to work, especially not for someone else. But I believe in the idea that if you go to work, if you decide to get up and go to work, put in 100%, do your job well, don't screw over other people that are also just trying to do their job and go home. Don't do that. Just work hard, right? And I think that too. If you're gonna say, look, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm whatever, you're gonna have to put in the effort. You're gonna have to do the things that whatever you believe in require. That's the point. And everyone makes mistakes, and I'm not saying that you have to devote your life to it, or you're a bad person. I'm just saying that you gotta you have to make sacrifices. Otherwise, just like anything, if you want a big, successful, wealthy, or just happy family, you're going to make sacrifices in your own personal life to create that. You're not going to have that come out of nothing. Anyway, sorry for going into this, but this is what we're here for, right? I think that's definitely the best lyric I've seen so far. I appreciate that. Maybe it wasn't even intended to be interpreted like that, but I appreciate it. It says it here. Because there's nothing worse than people who are like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and then they don't, like, like, I'm a Muslim but I eat pork. I'm a Hindu but I eat beef. That sort of stuff. It's like, what? But then just don't be that. If you want to just enjoy yourself and do whatever you want, that's fine. But don't pretend or oh, I'm this. I'm just bad at it. Whatever. Anyway, it's not about religion. It's not about. We're just talking in general. If you do, moral of the story, if you're gonna do anything, try to do your best. That's the point. Next up, that actually has very few views for the lyrics, which is odd. We Got This. This is a song. It's a sing along. It's a sing along song, but I do like it. We Got This is just like the feeling finding a place in the world, punk music scene, hardcore scene. Growing up, it's like a small group of people, and we get it. No one else does. No matter what we're going through in life, going to this place, blah blah blah. Blah. Yeah. This song is, if you hear it, if you never heard it before, and you're gonna listen to it now for the first time, this is a good song. I like it, but it's it's a bit basic, but it's very much like it. I mean, look at the lyrics. To anyone who's alone in the crowd room, put your hand up high, sing it. It's very much like. Well, just listen to it. Stop blabbering on.
To anyone who's alone in a crowded room, put your hands up high, sing it out of tune. This is late night hours we spent that help me up from down.
You just listen to it, you'll immediately figure out what. I mean, you already have, but you know what kind of song this is. It's very much like a.
You're just like me. When I was your age, we all knew better. They met me better there. When I had a place that I could call my own. We spent most days counting the ways we would get through. Every they said was stupid. Now all those kids say they knew us so well. Come on, get real. So anyone who's alone in the crowded room, put your hands up high, singing out of tune. This is late night hours we spend at. Help me up from down. We got this.
Yeah, you can. There you go. That's all I have to play. You know exactly what kind of song it is. It's a big song. Like it's long. It's almost 4 minutes, and it has tons of lyrics. But you know what kind of song it is, and it's a good song. It's a good song, but that's all it is. It's not like it's not like, oh, that's all it is. It's about being young and thinking no one understands you because you know better. And we all went through that phase at some point. Everyone does. And that's it. That's all it is. It's a good, upbeat, lively song. It's not about depression. It's not about it's quite good. It's quite fun, upbeat. That's nice. Let's check him out. Same About You. I don't know anything about the song. I don't know anything about Turn Off the Radio either. So let's have a listen. I do recognize it, obviously, but don't know how it goes. Guess we'll see.
I just felt a wave and emotion, and right then I knew that everything had changed. Oh,
Very different song straight away.
side of you that went missing's gone, and all I thought of you was wrong. Gotta step away from perspective. Need to take a chance to clear my head. Don't wanna understand your position. I don't wash my hands of you. I think I lost my nerve, like I lost you. Held trapped by what we were. No, I'll never feel the same. Same about you. Same about you. No, I'll never feel the same. Same about you. Same about you.
I kind of like that. That's not too bad. It's a bit, you know, but I do like it.
Feel the same. Some roads you can't come back from when you attack from the line.
It's a bit, you know, this one and I'm sure the next one is a bit like not. I don't want to say filler, but you know, you know. Anyway, let's listen to the next song. I'm not going to be able to say too much about that because that's a bit. Let's have a look. Turn off the radio. This song has the least amount of views in terms of the lyrics. This actually has an about, so let's read it. Turn off the radio sees adtr bashing mainstream media and criticizing people who form opinions based on other people's viewpoints. It asks for the people to turn off the radio and form their own perspectives. It had a huge rap beat. We asked Rick Ross. What the fuck? We asked Rick Ross if he would do the rap part. He asked if we were devil worshippers. We said no, and then we never heard from him again. Okay. What? We asked Rick Ross if he would do the rap part. He asked us if we were devil worshippers. We said no, and then we never heard from him again. I wonder if they said yes, he would have done it. Probably. That song was written originally for common courtesy. We couldn't finish it in a way that we were happy with. And one of the reasons we couldn't finish it because it was very high. We like it, and so did the guys at the blasting room, so we spent some time, we got it in the studio, singing that high, but it just happened that kind of way. Okay. That's an interesting little tidbit about the Rick Ross thing. Alright, now I'm interested. So it's a shame that it doesn't have a big rap part in the middle. That would have been interesting. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this just randomly had Rick Ross in it? It would be amazing. So bizarre. What a combination. But yeah, let's listen. Turn off the radio. I think same about you so far, and naivety is probably it's kind of annoying in a way. Turn off the radio, or same about you is probably my least favorite because it's definitely the most generic. It has nothing about it that interests me. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. No, I'm not a fan. Turn off the radio. Let's go.
Turn off the radio.
Apparently this song was very high key, so
There's something missing. There's an anger
yeah.
living out the
Oh yeah, it's very high.
world's away. I hope you listen for a person with perspective that isn't always the same. We're into water and down, right?
Not that.
Play the victim, but it's all the surrender. I said they are insane, checking your things in order, working them the way. And it goes on and on and on. Turn up the radio. Don't think of something real to say. Turn up the radio to clear my mind and let me think. I need an answer.
The song is pretty underrated. I like this. I kind of like the high pitch. It's cool. I don't know if this would have been interesting. It would have been good. It would have been interesting if it had a rap bit in the middle. It definitely would have gotten a lot more attention. It's a very interesting little tidbit. So the bridge, right? So this part. So the bridge had a rap bit. Let's listen. So this bit is meant to be a big rap beat. I get it, but it's, you know, I don't know if that would have. I think it works the way it does. I mean, it would have definitely given them more attention, of course. But really, Rick Ross? Like, you couldn't find anyone else? Surely. It would have been cool. Like, if you know, you don't often see that. Would have been interesting. Like, get like a Denzel Curry or something. That would have been crazy. But yeah, he did a good job with Bulls on Parade, so would have been interesting to see him do something with The Day to Remember, for example. Now we have gotten to the last three songs, and two of these songs I think Justified is really good. Like I said. But my other two favorite songs are Forgive and Forget and In Florida of this album. I don't remember Negative Space, so we'll have a listen to that. But Forgive and Forget is definitely a song I really like. Really like Forgive and Forget. Story about addiction, whatever. But it's I like it because it's a lot slower paced. It's a quite a comfy song. It's the longest song on the album. Listen to this song a lot. I'm gonna let this play. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it.
I feel like a runaway, seeing the light of day. For the first time, I'm drawing the line. It's hard to care when you know it all. In slow motion, I watch you fall like you're blind. Thoughts poison our mind. I always bend when it comes to you. I think you'll change, but you never do. You never do. I enable you. Let me down, like only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget.
Alright, I'm actually turning up the sound because I want to blast this. This is definitely my favorite song off the album. And I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, you just like, it's so quiet, it's so slow. But again, like with My December, you know, it's probably not my favorite song off that album, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Top 3 for sure.
Let me down, like only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. this to your face. Something different, something brave. Wish I would, but I never could. I feel you slowly pulling me in. I try to help, but it's sink or swim in your way. There's comfort in pain. Let me down, look, only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Let me down, look, only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. You take all the love I had, all I had for you. Yeah, you take all the love I had, all I had for you. All I had for you. Let me down, only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. Let me down, look, only you know how. Shut me out, forgive and forget. Forgive and
Sorry I played that whole song. I'm sorry I played the whole song. But yeah, I mean I had to it's my favorite song of the album. I have to, as well as In Florida as well. But I think that song is really nice. It's kind of my December of this album. In terms of the way that it's there's no screaming. It's entirely chill. You have the guitar solo. You know, you got the bridge. I like it. It's cool. I really like this song. It's my favorite song of the album. In Florida would be number 2. I know you haven't listened to it yet, and I think Justified is number 3. But let's listen to Negative Space, because that's the song I don't remember at all. So it also doesn't have that many listens, just like In Florida. But let's have a listen. Negative Space. I assume this is going to be a bit faster. Let me turn down the sound again. It's going to be a bit faster, I reckon. Wow, so this song actually doesn't have any information. None.
These walls, this house, wasn't the plan when I built it out. We fell from great heights, disgusted looks in my neighbor's eyes. You reflect me
Oh,
in my negative space. Please forget me for the time you'll waste. If you let me, if you let me sit down. I don't care about what you think, about what you think. I won't hear anything you say.
nah, not a fan. It's fine. Again, it's fine. It's too, yeah, no, not for me, not for me. I think number three, naivety. Oh, I think same about you and negative space are my least favorite of the album for sure. Yeah, no, I'm good. I think they're not. They were a bit too, I think they could have not had those two songs, and the album would have been what 42 minutes, and it would have been 11 songs. That would have been fine as well. But I guess you would have had, yeah, no, that would have been fine too. I wouldn't have been upset about that. Definitely not. They're not songs that need to be there. Okay, and so we have arrived. We have arrived at the last song of the album. The last song of the album, In Florida. Jeremy and the rest of the bands miss growing up in Florida. It's their home. That's all it says. Fair enough. It's a very like kind of nostalgic song about where they grew up, and I really like that. I think it's very personable. It's not just like, oh, depression, oh, addiction, oh, anxiety, oh, paranoia, oh, schizophrenia, oh, whatever, suicidal thoughts. It's about nostalgia, which is something that I don't know. It doesn't get talked about enough in songs. Because I guess a lot of people have a hard life. It is what it is. But I think you got to look at the bright side as well. And I think this is a perfect example of one of those songs. So this is In Florida to end of the album. Yeah. Definitely a fan of this.
December ain't cold at all this year in Florida, but I'm still chilled to the bone. The mind plays tricks this time of year in Florida. It's not the time to be alone. I feel the less you love, the less you feel alive. I feel to understand starts from the inside, and I feel the patience.
I'm obviously not from Florida, but I can relate to the song in the sense that I've been away from my home for 7, 8 years now. 8 years. It's really hard. It's really, really hard, especially during COVID when there was 3 years I didn't go home. That was tough. That's very difficult, and that's why I think I like the song. I can relate to it.
Lesson learned in time to be good with your own life, to be good with mine. Time stands still this time of year in Florida, the only time I feel at home. The neighborhood kids are down the road in Florida. It's got me scared, I miss the road. I feel the less you love, the less you feel alive. I feel to understand starts from the inside, and I feel the patience is a lesson learned in time. To be good with your own life, to be good with mine. To be good with your own life, to be good with mine.
Yeah, I like this song. I think it's great. I think you should have a listen to it yourself. You know, when I moved to Australia, I really loved it, and I still do. Don't get me wrong. Of course I do. It's just that missing your home is such a common thing for a lot of people who live far away. And Australia is so different. People are different. The weather is very different. Just not being around my parents, my siblings, my friends. It's tough. I'm all alone. If I'm feeling sick, I have my wife, but I don't have anyone else. If she's at work, if or she's busy, or when she was in Sydney, for work, so she goes away for a couple of days, and that's hard. I'm alone, and I don't have anyone to turn to, spend time with. You might say, well, how have you not made friends in the past couple of years? And yeah, I have. But everyone is busy at this point, especially in your 20s. Everyone wants to, everyone's in the university, or they're either working every day, or understandable, but it's tough. Anyway, I like the song. It's a fun song, nostalgic song. So, what do we think of the album as a whole? I think it's good. I think it's quite mid. I think it's quite mid. It's pretty good. It's also pretty mid. I think there's some standout songs. In Florida, Forgive and Forget, Justified. I think Turn Off the Radio is interesting. I think We Got This is a bit generic, but it does what it does pretty well. Bad Vibrations, I think, is good. Most of this middle part of the album is alright. It is what it is, but I think Negative Space and Same About You are probably the weakest songs. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next video. Like I said, I'll probably go and immediately start listening to the next album. I'll have a listen to some classical music or something, clear my head, and then we'll go to the next album. And then yeah, so it's been amazing just seeing the support, and especially the first video of this series. Some amazing comments. Shout out to whoever the lady was that wrote the massive comment. I really respect that. I still have to respond to you, and I haven't, and I'm sorry about that, but thank you, and all of you who are liking and commenting and subscribing. I really appreciate it. And again, if you have suggestions, please, if you have suggestions, please let me know, because I will follow up on them. Like with this one, like with the next album. If you have a suggestion of an album I should do, please let me know, and I will do it. As soon as I can, I will get onto it. So, with all that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.